Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to learn to read and write Hindi. We are also here because we want to learn to read and write Urdu. We are doing both at the same time. Today is our lesson number 38. Let's begin. We'll begin today with the reintroduction to 6 of the letters, which I myself find confusing, and you would probably too if you're here to learn Urdu. I'm here to learn Hindi and Urdu, but I find them confusing because, well, you'll see in a second the reason. Let's begin. The first one is dal. This is called dal. This loop comes out. The fact that this loop comes out is very important. At least I find it very important, and you will see in a second why. So this is called dal, and this is just dal. It makes the sound of da. It's just da. Comes out. Then we have same shape with the dot on it. This is called zal. Zal. And this is just z. As you know, we have 3 z's in Urdu. In Hindi you only have 1, so I'm just going to keep writing this one. Then after that we have something called same thing, same shape, same exact shape, but toy on the top. This is looks like this, and this is called dal. 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 And this is your da. So that's done. Similarly, and these 3 come in sequence in Urdu alphabet. They come one after the other. Dal, zal, dal. Similarly, we have re, which is your re. Then we have ze. This is called zal, and this is called ze. Ze. The dot here tells you that it's a z, not a j. Ze. And again, in Hindi you can write the same thing. Re, ze. And then again the same shape. The difference between this guy, this guy and this guy is that this guy is at an angle like this, and this one goes straight and then comes down. You see the difference? It comes down straight and then comes down, and this one is like that. So that's a re, that's a ze, and this one again, same symbol on the top. You see the pattern? It's triplets. Two triplets rather. Dal, zal, dal, re, ze, and re, re. And the difference between a re and a de is that it's the same exact thing as this one. It's the same exact thing as this one, except it has a dot underneath it. And this is called re. The reason I wanted to talk about this thing is because we're going to use these letters in a second into what we're about to do. Let's begin. First we have to do a vocabulary word. And the vocabulary word that we're about to write will require the use of this letter, da. Da. But the word that we're about to write does not require da, it requires da. So in Urdu, since we don't have a letter for da, as you know by now, we use do chishmi hai. We combine the two, and now it becomes a da, for which, let's see what letter we have in Hindi for da. I forgot, just give me 1 second and we'll find it. This is very interesting. It looks like this, which is why I was making a big fuss about it. Let's talk about it. Which is why I was making a fuss about it. This is da. This is da. And this is da. You see, for me, and maybe I'm wrong at this point, to me the only difference is that the loop comes out. The loop comes out, and that makes it a da. But if you stop the loop here, then it becomes a da. So that's a da. We took care of this part. All of that is this letter right here. So all of that is this. We don't need a da, we need a do. And not only do, but we need a badi u ki matra. And we know how to make badi u ki matra in Urdu. To make a badi u ki matra, we have to combine with a vav and an ulta pesh. Badi u ki matra is this. So all of this that you see on the blackboard in Hindi is done very efficiently like that. That's this. Let's combine them. So what's going to happen is when we combine them, this guy is going to stay by itself. This do chashmi hai is going to join the wow. Even though the letter is this is the letter, this is the do. It joins the wow and you put a ulta pesh. Now it becomes a do. Just rewrite it. So this do chashmi hai gets up a little bit higher, then it joins the wow and you put a ulta pesh, that becomes a do. Doond. Now we need a na, doond. Sorry. Yeah, doond. Doond. We need doond. But this noon that you see there, doond, is a little bit nasalized. Doond. It's not doonad. It's not doonad. It's doond. So because it's nasalized, this is called nun gunna. We have learned this thing already. We learned it. We spent, I think, 3 days on it. Nun gunna. And this nun gunna will simply appear here as a dot. And then you put a da. Right there is a da. There you go. All of that says doond. And if you want to make doond na, you simply put a na there at the end. That's it. Let's begin. The word we want is doond, which is right here. Which is right here. Doond. Let's put it together. And then you do have to write the whole noon and then you put this symbol, doond. And before doond we have the word abhi. I left no room for it, abhi. And the bird looks like this. So when you're writing abhi, you cannot continue the line because when you write a bow, apparently the line cannot go through it. It has to be by itself. So the line has to be discontinuous and then you put your b. Abhi. Alif, be, and he makes a b, and then you put a choti here. And when you combine it, alif stays by itself, be and the he join, and then you continue with the bird choti here, and becomes abhi. That's what that is. So far it says Abhi Dhoond. Abhi means now. Dhoond means to look for something, to search for something. Let's see what happens next. Abhi Dhoond hi rahi thi. Abhi Dhoond hi rahi. Ra, he and choti hai. Rahi. Re, he and badi ki matra. This part gives us the badi ki matra. You already know this. Obviously, we have done it probably 100 times by now. Choti hai gives us badi ki matra. Abhi dhoond hi rahi thi. Thi. Thi again, thi is tricky. Thi would be te and he. That's how we make a thi. Just like you would do in English, you will put a T and a H. To which we'll put a choti hai to make a thi. In Hindi, you have a letter for tha. The letter looks like this. It looks like this. That's a tha, we want a thi. Abhi dhoond hi rahi thi. Let's read it together. Abhi dhoond hi rahi thi. So that's a tha, you join it, do chashmi hai. That reads thi. Abhi dhoond hi rahi thi. So I'm underlining them so you can keep the words separate. These are separate words. Abhi dhoond hi rahi thi. Tumhe. Tumhe. Where can we squeeze in tumhe? Tum, and then her, and a ye, we'll make it ye, he. We don't want a he, we don't want tum he, we don't want tum he, we want tum he. The nasalized n at the end, which is a nun gunna. When you put all it together, the te takes this shape, then the meme joins, then a he, then a ye. Oh, sorry, that's a her. That's a her and a year, tumhe. Let's see if I can squeeze it underneath here. If I make this one a little bit smaller, I would prefer to squeeze in here. Tumhe, right there. Tum, he. Her, एक ही मात्रा and then a nun gunna, tumhe. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ye would be ye and a her. In Urdu you would say ye, like write it like this, ye and a her, but in Hindi you would say just write down ye. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ये. The next word is a vocab word. Perhaps I should erase this thing. I'm trying to squeeze too much in this thing. With this first part, we did the first line. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी. Let's do the next line separately. It's getting too crowded. It's getting too crowded. I changed my mind. तुम्हें अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें तुम. This is much better. तुम्हें with the noon gunna. That's the noon gunna. तुम्हें ये. And the next word is, so ye here you will combine like this. It will like this. The next word we have to learn is nazar. Nazar. Noon. Na. Z. And R. Notice I stop writing here because Hindi is very straightforward. You only have one Z. You don't have to worry about which bloody Z to use here. The Z that we need here is this one, Zoi. The correct spelling calls for Zoi. Like this. And then a R. Nazar. Nazar means to look for something. It can also mean eyes. Look. Abhi ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ये नजर. ये नजर means my eyes. Let's put it together. Nazar, when you put it together, it will look like this. So this part is done together. We put it here. Ye. Nazar, when you put it together, it looks like this. Noon, then a Zoi, then you continue and Re. There you go. तुम्हें ये नजर हमारी. Oh, तुम्हें ये नजर हमारी. Her. Ma, Ri. Hindi is very straightforward. Hamari. Her, Ma, Ri. Let's put it together. Her, Ma, and then Ri. So what we wrote is, अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ये नजर हमारी. Just now my eyes were searching for you. That's what it says. अभी means now, just now, now or just now. ढूंढ ही रही थी. They were searching. Who was searching? My eyes were searching for you. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ये नजर हमारी. Let's try the next line. Kaf and a he. That's how we're going to say ke. But in Hindi, it would just be ka and a ha. Ke. Ke means and then. That's what it means. Ke means and then. All of a sudden, then ke, and together you will be like this. Ke, tum, which will be like this. Tum. आ गए, आ, and then गए. गए would be गाफ, alif, and बड़ी है. This is a little tricky. That reads गए, गए. G and a, गए. How do we write it in Urdu? We have learned it before. I don't know which day it was, but we spent 3 days on it. On a concept of Hamza. Hamza looks like this. This is called Hamza. It's the third last letter in the Urdu alphabet, Hamza. No word in Urdu language starts with Hamza. It always appears in the middle, Hamza. What purpose does it serve? Hamza is used to replace the alif. When alif is followed by badi ye, or alif is followed by choti ye, or alif is followed by a wow, when alif is followed by choti ye, or alif is followed by wow, it's written like this. And now it says O. Alif with the choti ye, alif with the choti ye would be E. We have done it before. E. And when you want to write E, you can write it the way I write it, with a sharp line here and then like this. Or you can make a loop for it and then write a short E and like this. Either one is fine. E, and this is A. Again, strictly speaking, there should have been a loop here to put for Hamza to sit in it, and then a yeah, but most people don't do it. Most people just do it like this. That reads A. Let's write the Hindi equivalent of these next to each other. So this is A, which is right here. It's a choti A, just like that. Choti A. If you want a badi A, you would put a zabar on it, and now it becomes a badi A. That's what it is. E is like this. If you want a badi E, you put a zabar on it, and now it becomes badi E. And O is just O, like this. O just follows the pattern. Let's continue. So we need the word gaye. We need the word gaye. Ga-e. So it's a gaf, alif, and a badi A. When we combine them, gaf sits like this, then a ye, and then hamza. Gaye. Ke tum aa gaye. Let me erase all of this other stuff so that we concentrate on the actual words. Ke tum aa gaye. Oh, the next word is a vocabulary word. Next word is a vocabulary word. A, and then a cha. But we don't need cha, we want a cha. So that's the a ki matra. A cha, no, and then a ka. You know what that word means? Achanak? Achanak means all of a sudden, out of the blue, unexpectedly. If something happens unexpectedly, you were not expecting it, it happens unexpectedly, it happens all of a sudden, or as Americans say it, out of the blue, it's called achanak. Wo aa gaye achanak. Yep, he came all of a sudden, he appeared unexpectedly. I wasn't expecting him, he just appeared all of a sudden. He just showed up. Wo aa gaye achanak. Achanak. Let's put it together. When we join the cha, it takes this shape. When you combine it with alif, it's just going to join. Alif is going to join. That's a cha. Here we have a cha. Now we have to join noon to the kaf. Noon and a kaf, just like that. Wo a ke tum aa gaye achanak. Acha nak. A cha nak. Achanak. The next part I have to write, it's not very long actually, it's just 4 more words, but I don't want to squeeze them on the blackboard. Let's write them separately and then we read it all together. So far what we have read is this. So far we have come across is this. Abhi Dhoond hi Rahi Thi, tumhe ye nazar hamari. Just now my eyes were searching for you. Ke tum aa gaye achanak. And then all of a sudden you appeared. Ke tum aa gaye achanak. Let's read the next part. I decided to go this route because if we were to just stand here and write random words and random sentences just to learn the language, it becomes a very boring process. I want to enjoy. I'm here to learn Hindi. I'm here to learn Urdu, but at the same time, why not write something more interesting, something more enjoyable? So this is my idea of enjoyment. I don't know what you think. Let's read the next word. Badi. Ba, re, and badi. Here's the re we talked about before. Badi. Ba. How does the... Let me make sure that I wrote it the right letter. Badi. What the bloody hell is it? Oh, there you go. That's right. Badi. So that's a choti hai, so we need a badi ki matra. Badi. Badi, let's put it together. Ba, badi. The next word is Umar. Let me first write it in Hindi. U, ma, ra. Umar. You know what Umar means? Umar means lifespan, age. Umar. Age. How do we write Umar in Urdu? Alif with a page, that's going to give us the U, then a Ma, and then a Ra. That's what most people would think. But it's not that simple. In Urdu, we have two A's. One is exactly equivalent to the Hindi This is the exact equivalent. And the other is right here. It's called Ain. And it's Hindi doesn't have exact equivalent, so it is approximately If you're writing in Hindi, you would just use the Here, we do not need Alif, we need Ain. And Ain looks like this. And this is approximately equal to your That's what we need. When we put it together, let's see what shape they take. That's another complication with Urdu language. Not only there are so many, we have two and four z's and two s's and God knows what else. We have two g's. There's a g here and there's another g somewhere. Gain right here. Gain. We have two k's. There's one k here and there's a kaf somewhere there. We learned the word kaf, not the word, or the letter kaf, which is this right here on day number 7. The difference between kaf, which is the approximate k. Hindi doesn't have a kaf. Hindi doesn't have an exact equivalent of kaf. The difference between kaf and a kaf is this is letter K, just like in English. This is K and this is a Q. The spelling of some words will require you to write Q, and spelling of some words will require you to employ K. And if you were writing English, you would have to know the correct spelling. You have to memorize it, which one takes Q and which one takes K. Do I write Qatar like Qatar with a K? The country Qatar? Of course not. Qatar is not spelled with a K, it's spelled with a Q. You just have to know it. You just have to know it by heart. There are no rules for it. Here's Umar. Let's put it together. Enough of the talk. So when we combine it, Ain takes this part. It looks like this. Don't confuse it with Hamza. Hamza is like this. And Ain is like this. Do you see the difference? That's the Ain and that's the Hamza. And then you put a page on it, becomes a U. Join the meme, that's a Ma, and then a Ra. Badi Umar, I should put it there because this is written separately. Badi Umar hai tumhari. Badi Umar hai. Hai is very simple. Hai and a badi. Hai tumhari. And since we already wrote the word tumhari, I'm not going to make a fuss about it. We just wrote it a little while ago, I believe. We wrote tumhe. Tumhe and tumhari is the same thing. Tumhari. Tum ha ri. Tum ha ri. Now this phrase, Badi Umar hai tumhari, in order for us to understand what that actually means in the context of this line, we have to read the whole thing again one more time and then I'll explain to you what that is. So what she is saying is that Abhi Dhoond hi rahi thi, tumhe ye nazar hamari. Just now my eyes were searching for you. Tum aa gaye achanak, and all of a sudden you appeared, all of a sudden you came. Badi Umar hai tumhari. This last part, the Badi Umar hai tumhari, is a superstition. Superstition in our culture, at least in Pakistani culture, I don't know about India. Superstition is that if you're thinking about somebody, if you're talking about somebody, and all of a sudden if that person appears before your eyes, unexpectedly, achanak, if that person appears unexpectedly, quite unexpectedly, all of a sudden, the superstition is that then that person will live to have a long life. That person will have longevity. That person will have a long life. Badi umar hai tumhari. You will live a long life. Badi means long. Umar is the age. You will have a long life. अभी ढूंढ ही रही थी तुम्हें ये नज़र हमारी कि आ गए अचानक बड़ी उम्र है तुम्हारी. See you tomorrow.